chronicles of Broke Man Radio worldwide. What's going on? This is Clay. So years ago, there was this legendary bus driver. We're talking legendary, where she had these big bifocals and she stared up into that glass window to look at you the whole time she was driving that bus. And you know, this lady totally, we talking about keeping us in check. I rode the first seat, pretty much all the time. I was trouble on wheels, I guess you want to put it. Always getting called to the office for this exact same situation. Bus 45, Miss Hurst. You know, she passed away, I think last year. And, as a kid, I was like, man, this is a terrible lady. She's mean and she is just terrible. This one time, she was driving and she ran over one of the kids' dogs that was on the bus. We talking about, it looked like a speed bump. The back end of that bus looked like it had hydraulics. It hit that dog so hard. You look back there out the bus window, which everybody did, and the legend continues, because we're like, man, this is just a terrible lady. She didn't even stop this bus. But as everybody was crying and going crazy and everything, she kept a cool head. She said, nothing I can do for it now, and kept on driving. But years later, okay, the legend of Bus 45 and Miss Hurst, I come to find, I went and did my research on this lady as an adult, because I couldn't help it really, and just to find out, what happened to her, But I kind of find out that she not only drove a bus, but she also worked in the cafeteria, and she also had another part-time job on the side, and she was a widow. Her husband had died at a young age, and she had went and basically worked really hard, and so I was doing some volunteer work. All right, let me tell you the truth. I was doing some community service at Goodwill. And there she was. There was the legend, the most feared lady, Bus 45. She was there, and she was folding clothes. And a big smile came over her face. She's like, well, hey there. And I'm like, well, and I was terrified. I'm not going to lie to you. This old lady terrified me. And I'm like, well, hey, Miss Hurst. And we began talking. And I bought her a Coca-Cola, and we sat down there at that little table, and we just laughed, and we just talked. And it comes to find out that all the so-called fear and all the so-called, the terrible legend was not true. As you think about what she was doing, when you get older, and as I was older, I was realizing how hard would it be to work in a cafeteria all day, and then turn around and get on a bus full of bad, loud kids, and then take them home, and then come back and get off and go to another job. That's more than just a lady. That is a hero in many terms. That's somebody that is, well, the epitome of an American, hard-working and dreaming. And so, when I heard she passed away, I was sad. Because, yes, she did send me to the office quite a few times. And, yes, she may have given us all, made us all really behave. You got no choice. But she was a good lady. In the end, once you uncover everything and go down and say, what was the deal with her? She was just a lady doing her job, and doing her job very well. So this here, the Chronicles of Broke Man Radio, is a salute to Mimi Hurst, Bus 45, as she, she's no longer with us. But from what I hear and what I saw, such a very good lady. You listen to Broke Man Radio. This is Clay.